Hello, St. Paul. Wow, sounds like a great crowd, and I want to thank all of you for the work that you're doing and supporting the doctors, and I want to thank you for your ongoing commitment to universal, single-payer, not-for-profit healthcare system. This is not the time that we should be throwing away everything we've worked a lifetime for simply for the convenience of a political system that wants to do what's expedient instead of what wants a system that should do what's right. John Conyers and I continue to work to build out a national movement for H.R. 676, Medicare for All. We drafted that bill with the help of doctors, and we're going to continue to work on building a new civil rights movement where health care will be at the forefront of the restoration of the American economy and the American dream for so many families right now that are finding that their dreams are threatened by lack of access to health care, lack of affordability, and a system which rewards the insurance companies for not providing health care. The Kucinich Amendment was written for one purpose and one purpose only, to make sure that any health care bill that comes out of the Congress have in it a provision that protects the rights of states to have their own single-payer system if they so desire. States are the laboratories of democracy. They should have, if a state wants to go forward with a single-payer plan, no provision of federal law should be used to defeat that single-payer plan. So we have the Kucinich Amendment in there to protect the state's right for the purpose of providing single-payer health care. And I'm urging everyone to contact their member of Congress to support the Kucinich Amendment. We have to keep that in the bill. You know, the public option is being left to die on the vine. And the insurance companies have been in here with both feet to try to block any effort at anything that looks like it might represent the public interest. I mean, the latest game that's being played is that people are saying, well, they'll come up with a trigger device that when the reimbursements aren't good and the claims aren't being paid and people can't get the kind of response from the insurance industry, then there'll be a trigger that will cause a public option to be brought forward. And what I remind my friends is that trigger was Roy Rogers' horse. It's not a way you get health care. So I want to thank you for your commitment. You know, we need to improve the bill that's out there. There's a lot of problems, but we also need to remember the bill would go into effect in 4 years. We have to keep involved in building a movement. This is about movement building. This is about taking a long-range view. If we unite and keep building a movement, inevitably we will have the day arrive when health care becomes a civil right, where we have a single-payer plan, and if there's one place in the country that can help make this happen, it's Minnesota. Thank you very much.
In California, as you well know, the legislature passed a single-payer twice. It was vetoed twice by Governor Schwarzenegger. Does your amendment prevent that from happening in Minnesota if they pass single-payer in Minnesota?
What my amendment does is it addresses the fact that there are court cases which have used the Employee Retirement Income Security Act to defeat localities and states that want to expand health care for the people of their state. And so what we do is we essentially cause what's called the ERISA, that's the acronym for that act, preemption to be swept aside in favor of protecting the rights of states. States would be given a waiver from ERISA. Now, this is an arcane legal principle, but it's central to protecting the right of states because of recent Supreme Court rulings. Governors have the right to veto these bills, but I will tell you that in California and in other states where people keep coming back with the same single-payer plan, inevitably one of those states is going to have a breakthrough. And if it's Minnesota, keep in mind it was Saskatchewan that created the breakthrough in Canada that led to the single-payer plan in Canada. And I think that the challenge for Minnesota is, if you can become that state, you'll change America, not just the state. And Minnesota has that tradition of a No, just I've got a website. People tend to know what it is. Stay in touch with it, and we'll talk again soon. Thanks.